Over the last decade, we've been hearing a lot about how good Finnish education is. Today, I've come to Tamp's School of Entrepreneurship and Leadership to find out exactly why they call it a dream school. Apparently, students here learn together by working together. The student is really at the center of learning, and apparently they undertake authentic learning tasks. So let's find out exactly how that works and what goes on here. When students first arrive at Proakademia, they're put into groups of 15 to 20 students. And the first thing they have to think about is what kind of business organization they want to be a part of. And then they form that in real life. Not a virtual company, not a simulation, a real business registered in Finnish law. So they have to set up a logo, a bank account, they have to establish all the legal documents, take care of everything, right down to the office stationery. So the students are allowed to form any kind of business they like, as long as it's legal and conforms to the Finnish laws. And then apparently with this bell, if a business makes a profit of more than €1,000, it gets rung and everybody celebrates. Woo. Apparently that means they made a €5,000 profit. Really impressive for that marketing communications company. Let's have a look at what other businesses there are. This may look like quite a normal, boring box, but in fact, these boxes can be used to grow healthy and nutritious mushrooms. And so one of the businesses here is importing them into Finland. Quite an interesting idea. And talking of good ideas, this looks like a really interesting sporting seminar, and looks like you've got some great speakers. So I think I'll have a ticket, please. There you go. Thank you very much indeed.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. One of the things that I think is really interesting is that unlike other educational institutions teaching business, there aren't teachers or lecturers or lectures for the students to attend, but instead there are coaches who work with the students, helping them run their businesses and develop as learners. So twice a week, the students come to these mandatory training sessions. But what's interesting is that the agenda for these sessions is actually set by the student groups themselves, depending on what it is that they need to learn. So for example, they may need to account for some profit they've made, they may need to pay themselves salaries, or maybe they have to deal with some challenges and problems within the business organization. But rather than having a lecture, there's a dialogue between the students and the coach so that the learning that needs to happen can take place within this format. Of course, this authentic learning and very practical approach is great, but students still need to have a theoretical knowledge to underpin the work they're doing in their businesses. So of course, they still have to read books, they'll research the internet to write essays. And in fact, they publish essays openly on the internet so that customers can see the kinds of things that the student businesses here are doing and the sort of things that they're interested in. So this means that their work is also very open and available to the public. So this is called the Projectory, and every month the students meet here and they share their results with the other businesses. They talk about their sales turnover, their profit and their other numbers, and they also share the challenges and the things that they've learned, as well as their successes and failures. It's really interesting. So at Proakademia, they don't have lectures. But that doesn't mean that there's not room for expertise. If you like, the sage on the stage. But the sage on the stage here presents like a TED Talk. And once a month they bring in local business gurus, entrepreneurs, to share their skills and their knowledge and their experience with all of the students, and so help them in running their real businesses. So you may be thinking this is quite a new and sort of trendy idea in education, but actually Proakademia's got a history. It goes back to 1999. So for nearly 2 decades now, these companies have been operated by students from Proakademia in the Tampere region. So I've now had the opportunity to spend some quality time in Proakademia, and I really am very impressed. The students here really are at the heart of the learning that takes place. They're at the core. Now they work collaboratively with their peers and with their coaches to ensure that there's a high quality learning experience. There's a shared set of values, and when students have successes, they're celebrated together. When they face challenges, people work together to help those students overcome those challenges. Certainly, when we look at the numbers, they're successful. Something like 40% of the students who graduate from Proakademia then go on as entrepreneurs to start their own businesses. So overall, as I think about that and I think about the authentic learning that's taking place here, while students lead these businesses, manage, earn profits, pay themselves salaries. In fact, I look back and I actually compare it to my own learning experiences, and you know, it makes me wish that I had the opportunity to study in what I really do think is a school of dreams.